Hey, welcome to Diversity in Cinema Academy. I'm Theta Catalan, and this is the place to be if you're an independent filmmaker, video creator, and screenwriter. So welcome to my series where I will be sharing 24 filmmaking tips till Christmas. So I have shared a plethora of tips so far in this series. So if you're just tuning in, be sure to go and check those out as well. You can finish this one and then go ahead and check the rest of the tips that I have shared so far. Because I started with the inception of the idea, and now we're all the way to locations. We then talked about the director's vision. We have talked about some other different departments such as cinematography and production design and wardrobe and what have you. So go ahead and check those videos out as well. So now, since I've been kind of slowly decorating while I'm doing these videos, and I usually, when I decorate, I usually do my coffee table, and I always usually create this little village. And since this location and since this video is about locations, I thought how fitting for me to start building a village while talking about locations. So one of the things that you need to know, or one of the tips that I'm going to give you about locations is, to hire a location manager, because they are the ones that can go out and scout these locations for you. And I know a lot of times with an ultra low budget film, especially a micro budget film, a lot of times you have to scout these locations yourself. So as I mentioned in my number 2 tip in this series is to create a film that's contained to like one location, or maybe up to 3 locations. And if you can find a location that you can use like every part of it, say for instance, like my first film, Because I Love You, one of our main locations, we had like 3 locations, but one of the main locations, we was there like for over a week, and basically we shot every single piece of, territory within that location and around that location, so we shot in every single bedroom, we shot in bathrooms, we shot in the living room, we shot in the kitchen, we shot in the dining room, we shot on the deck, we shot on the porch, we shot near the lake, we shot out in the woods, we shot down the street. Like, we use so much, because when you do that, it keeps the audience engaged. Because if you just have people sitting in one room and we just kind of just see them bouncing around from one couch to the next or whatever, people can get bored. So that is my tip for you, is to find a location where you can maximize the area, like if they have a barn, if they have, I don't know, I'm just thinking of different, areas. You could be out in the garden, you can just be shooting in different places so people won't be contained to one space inside of a location, right? And so another thing that you need to think about when you're finding these locations is to make sure that it has enough room for talent. So for instance, if you can't afford to get trailers, that you can let their talent agents know, like,
hey, we have another room that's going to be strictly for talent, and this is where they can relax and wait until their scenes or what have you.
And so you need to also be looking to be like, well, I need space for, like, where is my my hair and makeup department and wardrobe department is going to be. The same thing for your props and all of that. You need designated areas for that. And if you're foolish enough, because I did say if you got an ultra low budget film, try not having extras. But if you manage to get some extras and you can afford it, then you need a spot for the extras to hang out, because they won't be hanging out with your talent as well. So, and if you're shooting like outside, like say for instance, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna shoot a movie. I found contained film. Well, basically we out in the woods. Well, then you need to be thinking about other resources like porta potties, and you definitely will probably need a trailer, because you don't have a location for people to be at. So that's just something to think about when you are scouting locations. So if you want to learn more about a location manager, be sure to head on over to Diversity in Cinema Academy. You can check out the job profile section where you can learn everything that a location manager and location scout do for your production. It is so much more that they do. They also have to come up with visuals, take pictures. They work directly with the director, get the vision of what the director is looking for in the locations, and so much more. So if you want me to do a video all about location scouting for a film, let me know. I've actually did a video on location scouting for videography gig that I did. So if you want to check that video out, you can check that video out here. I think it's right here, right here. But anyway, so you can check that video out. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned. Check out tomorrow's video because it's gonna be all about animals in films. Who doesn't like a great Christmas movie that have an animal in it? So check me out tomorrow. Now I guess it's time for me to actually start setting up this little village that I'm gonna have here. And then I'm gonna throw a little snow here. And so that's something that you need to think about too. If you're gonna have some snow on the grounds, then how you gonna get that there as well. So let me continue to create my little village and I'll get back with you guys tomorrow. Hey, thanks for tuning in to my 24 filmmaking tips till Christmas. If you are enjoying this series, be sure to visit Diversity in Cinema Academy's website where they have a ton of resources there. If you're interested in leveling up your film business, you can check out my online course,